Aloha. This is Sandy Schneider with Mind and Body Harmonics. And the question that has been posed to me is, why did you start this business? So to answer that question, that takes us back to 2019. In 2019, I had decided to leave my corporate human resources job and to venture out on my own. In that process, I also decided to leave the state of Florida, where I was residing at the time. And I was super excited about the new chapters ahead of me. And then in early 2020, we all know the pandemic hit. And that tossed all of my plans way up into the air. My house had sold in Florida, and my house hunting trip to Arizona had been canceled, and I was in a position with nowhere to go. And let me remind you, this was April of 2020 when there was a lockdown and no one wanted to have visitors at their house. I am grateful to have family who said, come home, come here. And so I headed back to St. Louis, Missouri. I naively thought this pandemic thing would blow over in a couple of months. So I packed my car with 2 months worth of things and put everything else in storage and went to St. Louis. And well, we know things did not blow over with the pandemic in 1 to 2 months. I ended up staying for a year and a half. And in that time, I was in a place of feeling discombobulated, and stuck. Like I was in a place where I knew I was not necessarily meant to be. Why was this happening? At the same time, my stress levels were going through the roof, and that was showing up in my physical health. I started to experience atopic dermatitis or eczema. It was everywhere, all over my body, my arms, my legs, my torso. The only place I didn't have it was on my face, thankfully. I was seeing the dermatologist on a regular basis. I was trying every cream possible on my skin, most of which had steroids, which I did not necessarily want to use. And they weren't helping. Nothing was helping. And the eczema continued to get worse and worse. It was so bad that it was impacting my sleep. I wasn't able to sleep all night because I would wake up multiple times throughout the night with these scratchy, itchy attacks. And then I would wake up and be frustrated and, well, not good sleep. I was desperate for something that might work, and I wasn't getting the answers I wanted at the dermatologist's office. So through a series of, some might call them coincidences, I call it divine intervention, I found a location in St. Louis, Missouri that featured something called the harmonic egg. Now, at the time, I knew nothing about the harmonic egg. I had never heard of it before. I knew nothing about this technology. But I saw their website, and it talked about how this technology was having a positive impact on people with a variety of physical and mental situations. So I thought, let's try it. I had really not any expectations going in. In fact, I told myself that, if nothing happened in this harmonic egg experience, at least an hour of relaxation would be really nice. So I went, and in that first session, in that 1 hour session, it was amazing. It was relaxing. I sat and listened to some lovely music. When I was finished with my session, I felt heavy. I felt like I had just had the best massage ever, even though no one touched me, no one was with me. I just felt this immense relaxation, a wonderful feeling. It was an evening appointment, so I went home and ate a little something and then went to bed early because I was kind of in this really relaxed state. I went to bed, and in the morning, I didn't necessarily notice anything different right away. And then I thought, wow, I slept so good last night. And that made me wonder, what was that about? And that's when I realized I slept so good because I wasn't itching, because I didn't wake up 12 times during the night with these scratching attacks. I slept all night and it felt wonderful. When I was making these connections in my head, of course, I immediately started looking at my skin, and I have fairly fair skin and it was covered in red bumps. And as I looked at my skin, I was amazed at how clear it was. I was amazed how I was hardly itchy at all. Now, I should say this was not a magic pill that suddenly I was cured of my eczema. It wasn't completely gone, but I would say it was probably 80% improved. 80 with one session. That was amazing to me. It blew my mind, and I had to know more about this harmonic egg and how did it work. Now, I had a physical response after just one session, but there was something else that I experienced, and I would put that in the category of a spiritual response. At the end of my session, before I got out of the harmonic egg, during the integration period, I knew, I didn't know up here in my head, I knew in my whole self that I was to bring the harmonic egg to Hawaii. I had previously lived in Maui. I had been wanting to get back to Maui, and now I had the direction that I was looking for that pointed me back to the island I love, knowing that I am to bring the harmonic egg. And now we have Mind and Body Harmonics. I can't wait to share the harmonic egg with all of you.